Two former heavyweights, mere shadows of themselves in 2011. The Bulldogs and Crows sitting in 13th and 14th respectively, and though it may be too late to make the 8, both sides desperately needed to break a 4-game losing run. Adelaide off to a strong start when Bernie Vince snapped the opener.
Good start for him and gets a bit on the hook. It's a goal. Well done, Bernie.
Sean McKernan and Matthew Wright added 2 more for the Crows.
Kicked a couple last week in the opening term and he's bent that back nicely, so Adelaide get 3.
Before Ryan Griffin broke the Doggies' drought.
Petrenko, well, he took them on and threw it out the back, and then Griffin will kick a goal, and he does. And they needed it.
Robert Murphy starred early in his milestone game.
And Griffin again to Murphy in his 200th. Yeah!
Despite a troublesome shoulder, Kurt Tippett looked strong in the air. He followed up his good work with back-to-back majors.
Tippett gets his second, though, with more to come, you fancy.
The visitors further up the intensity just before quarter time. A great smother on Patrick Dangerfield, not enough, as it spilled onto Rory Sloane for a 22-point lead.
But Sloane comes in and gets the goal. Talk about teamwork.
After a string of behinds, Daniel Jansirakusa gave the Bulldogs a much-needed boost.
Jan goes bang with a long one and it's got home.
Adelaide's Graham Johncock even helping the Doggies' course. He gifted them possession, allowing Justin Sherman to put them within striking distance of the Crows.
Sherman the beneficiary, 40 metres out. Kick is on the way, and it's good. Self-inflicted by Adelaide.
The hosts also guilty of errors, with Nathan Jakura missing from point-blank range. At the other end, Chris Knight showed him how it was done.
Advantage! Well, you heard the umpire, and Knights kicks the goal.
Jansirakusa kept the Bulldogs within striking distance with his second, and when Ed Barlow managed to turn a smother into a goal, the hosts were back in it.
Oh, they're in trouble. Here's Cheesy. It's a goal.
Griffin had a chance to put the Dogs in front with a hurried shot at goal, but there was no doubting his side's momentum, who had slashed the deficit to just 2 points at half-time. The Bulldogs continued to pressure Adelaide's defence, Gia's third finally giving the home side the lead.
And with a third goal, the Dogs in front.
Andy Otten then restored Adelaide's buffer, and when Chris Schmidt added his name to the score sheet, the Crows were back in control.
Back it goes from Wright to Schmidt as the sub for the Crows. Well, he struck a blow.
But the Dogs went on a rampage, Jansirakusa with number 4, while Sherman went back-to-back to put the host in front by 2 majors at three-quarter time.
And Jansirakusa, no, but it will be Sherman who's got 3.
With Adelaide having lost all 4 of its previous interstate games, the odds were stacking against them. 2 unanswered goals gave the Bulldogs further ammunition.
And he comes and he kicks the goal.
Adelaide's under-fire coach Neil Craig bound to come under even further scrutiny, with the Crows held goalless in the final term. The Bulldogs' youngest player rubbing further salt in the wound with his first footy goal.
He deserves a goal and he comes and he gets it. Well done, young fella.
Griffin putting the final nail in the coffin and condemning Adelaide to a 5th straight loss.
Who tops off a very, very good night.
The final score 14-16-100 to 10-10-70. Daniela Intilli, Big Pond Sport.